Welcome to our second At the Net segment. I'm Connor Onion. We're joined today by Belmont volleyball coach Katelyn Harrison, who's in her fifth year. The Bruins are coming off a really exciting weekend. Their first Power 5 win in almost 10 years, beating Syracuse in a sweep to close out their three-match weekend. Coach, let's start there. Congratulations. How did it all go down, and what were you most proud of with what you guys did to close out the weekend?
Yeah, thank you. We started at Western Kentucky on Tuesday, and the scores weren't great, but it was a third. We battled in the third set, and so the message after that game going into Michigan State was, to take the positives and run with them. And Western Kentucky is a great team, top 22 in the country, and so we were going to face Michigan State first on Saturday. Big physical team. We battled in the first two sets, just had some issues scoring points, offensively. So after that, the message again was take away the good and run with it. And we played a tough Delaware State team on Saturday night. They were in the NCAA tournament last year, and they played Nebraska. So we knew that was going to be a tough one, played really well. And then Sunday morning, we came out against Syracuse, and I would say at times we didn't play great, but ultimately we played well enough to win. And the best part, we had a really great team effort. We moved the ball around really well from an offensive standpoint. And then in the second, we started down pretty big, and we were able to battle back and win that second game so that we could sweep. And I'm just really proud of the team overall. To play two Power 5 opponents and then even a Western Kentucky earlier in the week, we could have been really discouraged going into this weekend, but they stayed really positive, and it was a great team effort.
The win against Q's, Laura Shootman led you on the pin with 13 kills, and I'm sure Valley fans will be familiar with a few of your players on the roster. You turn your libero, you turn one of the top middles in the league, as well as Laura on the pin. What do you think the strength will be of this team when you guys do move into Valley play?
Overall, I think our depth is going to be a huge strength for us. Last weekend at Youngstown, I played a lot of new players, and they had a really great weekend. So for us, it's going to be the depth is going to be a strength, but at the same time, she got her 1,000th kill this weekend. It was actually the kill that won game 2 against Syracuse. So, huge for her. But I'm really excited about the team. We are returning almost our whole starting lineup. So, that's a huge positive as well.
For people that maybe haven't seen Shoot play, how would you describe her game to maybe a new audience that's checking out Belmont for the first time?
I think what makes her really special for us is that she's very, very smart. She knows that not every ball you can swing hard and get a kill on, and she's really smart and strategic about where she hits the ball. This weekend, she made some really smart decisions in crucial moments, and it wasn't a power swing. But, yeah, she's just a crafty player in a good way. She can put some power on the ball. But overall, I would say her IQ is what sets her apart for sure.
So you played a bunch of neutral site matches. You played on the road a bunch to begin the year, but next weekend, finally get to pack the curb. Your fans
Yep.
get to stay home for the first time. What's your favorite part about your home atmosphere and playing in there?
Well, I think everyone loves their home gym. I think the Curb is a pretty amazing facility. They've done some renovations to it since the season last year. So I don't know if you'll see it on camera, unfortunately, on ESPN, but they've done some stuff, some upgrades that have really made it look awesome and much more like a sporting event center. But overall, I think all of us love to play at home in front of our friends and our family and our loved ones. And we are very fortunate at Belmont that we have a large group that travels with us. So this weekend at Michigan State, we had 50 fans that came with us to Michigan State to watch. And so anytime that they don't have to travel, obviously it's a special thing, but I love the Curb. I think it's an awesome facility.
So you've got renovations to an already pretty nice home facility.
Yep.
Coming off a Power 5 win, something
Yep.
that you guys haven't done in a long time. Belmont also has this going for them. A coach that has played this sport at the highest level, going to a couple Final Fours. I got to ask you about memory lane a little bit. Going back to your time at USC as a player, what's a fond memory or two you have from going to the Final Four in 04 and 07?
I would say it wasn't necessarily the Final Four. It was some of the matches leading up to it. My freshman year, we beat Nebraska, who was ranked ahead of us. Like, that's obviously a really special moment. My senior year, we swept Texas, who was ranked above us going into the Final Four. Um, so I would say it's the matches that got us there that are more special. Obviously the Final Four is a great experience for anybody. It's so awesome to have played there, and there's so many memories that come back when I go to the convention every year, just about being there and having played it in front of all those fans, because I think that's one of the coolest things too. But I think for me, the best memories are just the battling day in and day out that got us to the top and kept us there.
What's the story that usually comes up the most when you're at the convention and going back to that time?
I mean, everyone asked like how it felt to play there, and unfortunately my career ended in the Final Four. We lost to Stanford 16-14 in the fifth. So like that's more of a memory to me of the Final Four. But we had some really cool banquets. My freshman year, the banquet was in the Long Beach Aquarium, and some of the Scrubs actors like sat at every table with us. So that was a pretty cool experience. And then my senior year, the banquet was in the Railroad Museum. Um, so again, like a really cool setting. It wasn't in a convention center. It was just really cool.
Yeah. Part of the benefit of maybe going to school at USC, and I'm sure for your current athletes, seeing a lot of musicians around town, maybe there's something similar there we can kick
Yeah.
up.
Honestly, on campus, they've seen a ton of famous people, and I don't keep up with country music, so they take pictures and send them to me, and I don't know who any of these people are. But they think it's so cool. Like Cody Johnson, they saw on campus, Vince Gill's on campus, Garth Brooks. We do have a very unique campus in the fact that we have a lot of those big country names that come on often.
Well, hopefully we'll be seeing them courtside, some of those names courtside at the curb at some point.
That'd be great because they're renovating the Vince Gill room right now. So
there we go. That's their call to action. Get out, see some Belmont volleyball.
I believe Vince Gill's daughter used to play volleyball too. So I need to work that connection.
Well, Coach, thanks so much for doing this. This was really fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
All right, this has been At the Net with Belmont Volleyball.